There are many angles to this controversy. Last night we picked up on the subject. We are back with our second round of our debate tonight because what he said tonight is even more controversial. There were some doubts about what he does and what he says and what he believes. So yesterday, many of these things have become clear. He says, for me, the Constitution doesn't come first. The Bible comes first. And I'd like to welcome Indira Tiwari of the Hindu Mahasabha, John Dayal of the Christian Council, All India Christian Council, Sanjay Pinto, lawyer and columnist, former journalist, Rahul Ishwar, who's completely against Umashankar, the IAS Evangelist, and Abraham Mathai, president of the Indian Christian Voice. My first question is to you, Dr. Mathai. You know, you saw the interview now, not much remains to be said. My first question is that irrespective of what you may believe in your personal life, what takes precedence for an officer of the Indian Administrative Service? Is it the Constitution of India or a holy book? Be it the Bible, the Bhagavad Gita or the Quran? And if there is ever a difference of opinion between the two, is it the holy book that takes precedence or the Indian Constitution? I am talking about an IAS officer, not another private citizen.
Yes. Yes, sound gaya. Yeah,
okay. Lost the sound there. Let me put that question to John Dayal.
Got it. I've got it.
Okay, you got it. You got it. Fine. Okay, Dr. Mathai goes first. Dr. Mathai.
Yeah. Arnav, during office hours, he needs to adhere to the constitution of the country, and in his private time, sound gaya please.
No, continue. We can hear you loud and clear. Go on.
And in his private time, after office hours, he's allowed to exercise his faith in whatever religion he believes in.
No, in a difference of opinion, that's not the question. My question is in a difference of opinion between the two. What takes precedence, the Constitution or the Bible?
But there is no issue that will there is no issue that will actually contradict.
Of course there is. When he says,
I have seen.
No, 1 second. In that interview, and John Dayal, you heard that in his interview to me right at the end when I asked Umashankar what takes precedence for you, the Bible or the Constitution, he says the Bible takes precedence for Christians at the same time as the Quran takes precedence for Muslims and the Gita for Hindus. Now, does it behove a serving IAS officer who is bound by the Constitution of India and is bound by a special set of rules for civil service officers to give preponderance to a holy book over the Constitution?
Arnav,
that question is to John Dayal.
But let me put it.
No, sir, that question is to John Dayal because you're only arguing about the private capacity angle since yesterday.
Secular issues are guided and controlled and governed by the Constitution of India and by the Criminal Procedure Code and the Indian Penal Code, as the case may be. Private faith is governed by the holy books. And I have, as anybody else has, seen the Prime Minister, the President, judges profess their faith in an individual capacity.
Can a serving IAS officer ascribe superiority of one religion over another? Especially in a manner of saying, as the IAS Evangelist out there said, that there is a split between hell and heaven. And if you don't believe in Christianity and if you don't take the Jesus Christ rule, you can't go to heaven. Now that is not just his personal belief that he ascribes superiority of one religion over the other. He doesn't say there are many ways to heaven. And going through Jesus, 1 second. He doesn't say there are many ways to heaven and Jesus Christ is one of them. He simply says there is only one way and that way is Jesus Christ. That doesn't match his constitutional responsibility. Opening up the debate, I think Rahul Ishwar wants to come in and so does Indira Tiwari. Rahul Ishwar first.
The first point, India is a land which said through Vivekananda, had I been at the time of Jesus, I would have washed his feet with my heart's blood. Gandhiji, Vivekananda, all respected Jesus Christ and Bible like all. But remember, here the question is not of Christianity. He is a conversionist. Remember, even the Pope said there is a ray of truth in every religion. Umashankar is a religious fanatic and religious chauvinist. That is the whole point here. And he, in fact, is saying Gandhiji has gone to hell. He is saying Vivekananda has gone to hell. He is saying Abdul Kalam is going to hell.
Now please stop there, John Dayal.
Interpretation need to be curbed.
You are over-interpreting. John Dayal is responding, please.
One lawyer on the show.
John Dayal is responding. Sanjay Pinto coming to you. John Dayal is responding.
I am inviting everybody to please profess your faith in a sense of decency and humanity, and that includes my fellow debaters today. I am a Christian because I think Christianity for me is better than other religions. Otherwise, I would be a Hindu or a Muslim or a Sikh or a Parsi or a Jain or something. To me, Christianity is better than everything else, and therefore I am a Christian. It does not prevent me from respecting
that doesn't mean you can do hate preaching.
It doesn't
that doesn't mean you can abuse other religions. Umashankar is being another glorified Owaisi. He is doing a hate speech. He is teaching the generations that Gandhiji went to hell. And Gandhiji was shot dead because he upheld the secular values of this nation.
He didn't say that. You're saying that. Sanjay Pinto is rebutting you. Don't overinterpret Rahul Ishwar. Sanjay Pinto coming back to the debate. 1 second. Sanjay Pinto.
I would appeal to Rahul Ishwar to wait with the elders as panelists to wait for them to speak.
Yeah, it's okay. He heard you.
No, if I can
Go
speak
ahead.
now.
And many people can wait for their hate
the legal
preaches.
perspective.
Gentlemen, calm down on the personal angle.
We know you're a mascot of gender equality among other things. So let's wait for your turn. I have something to say. Article 25, we've all along been talking about.
At least I believe in religious equality, not like the religious chauvinist and apologists for them.
Propagate religion. There again, you're like a school child interrupting at every opportunity. Please wait. I mean, Arnab will come to you. He's a fair anchor.
At least I'm innocent, not a devil who preaches other religions.
Please, now, please hold your language, Rahul Ishwar. Don't do that. It's not necessary. It's not necessary. You can disagree with someone without calling him names like that. No, please. No, nobody becomes. Your faith.
I didn't call him anything back.
No, you just said, I disagree with what you. Please take it back. Okay? Now, let him complete, please. Yeah, please complete.
Yes. Arnab, in Article 25, it's not just the freedom to practice religion, profess and propagate. There's also something called the freedom of conscience. If somebody wants to believe something, now I for one believe, I do not stand for conversion. I do not stand for any inducement or fraudulent means to convert people. I stand for equality of all religions. Okay, having said that, I don't think Umashankar was practicing black magic. He was preaching. And I would like to ask Rahul Ishwar a pointed question as to whether preaching tenets of a particular faith, whatever be that faith, in this case, faith, hope, charity, love and forgiveness, whether that constitutes unbecoming conduct of an IAS officer. Rahul Ishwar.
Absolutely no. I was the secretary of Young Men Christian Association's youth wing of Trivandrum. I believe in Christ, but that doesn't mean Prophet Muhammad or Krishna or Rama is bad. What Umashankar is pointedly saying is that there is only one way to God. This is the curse of mankind. This is the start of extremism. This is religious chauvinism. Let us please be honest. Let us not give cover for Umashankar. Let us try to either reform him or curb these kind of interpretation. Genuinely, please let us be honest, at least on this eve of report.
No, if you make a good point, but you choose a bad example. Sanjay, let me just make one assertion, please, if you may. You see, you may be making a good point. For example, you or John Dayal, or for that matter, Abraham Mathai may be making a good point. I am only requesting you to be open-minded and ask yourself whether in the process of making a good point, you are taking a bad example of this gentleman who is the IAS Evangelist. Because, and I want to get, Abraham, I see you hand up there. I want to ask Indira Tiwari to come into the debate 1 second. Irrespective of what any holy book says, my question is, should any serving IAS officer draw a distinction in public between the fortunes of those who embrace Jesus and those who don't? Like he has done in the case, for example, of Mukesh Ambani and Narendra Modi. He says, and I quote him here, he says that Mukesh Ambani and Narendra Modi, they cannot actually And his words here, he says, Mukesh and Anil Ambani may have crores, but they have no personal happiness. And he says, if Jesus is your friend, you will not only get success, but you will experience it. That's an extremely unacceptable comment. Then other very blatant example, and consider this with an open mind, Abraham Mathai, where he ascribes the superiority of one religion over other is when he quotes from the verses of other texts and draws a comparison with his own. So what he's always saying is that one faith is better off than another. That is not the propriety that can be allowed for an IAS officer. You must, if you start allowing it, then you are going to lead, we are going to have a kind of fundamentalism that cannot be allowed as far as government officials are concerned. Indira, Dr. Indira Tiwari, would you like to come into the debate, please? Abraham Mathai coming to you. Indira Tiwari.
Yeah, I know.
Indira Tiwari, please, of the Hindu Mahasabha, then I come to you, sir. After Indira Tiwari, I'll come to you, sir. I'll keep it, I'm going to give an equal time on both sides on this debate. Indira Tiwari.
Yes. See, the religion cannot be,
But there are no both sides. There is one side.
No, sir, there are two sides.
Measured by superiority and inferiority. The religion cannot be scaled or measured by superiority and inferiority. It is whether you are a human being or not. That's the only criteria of judging the religious authenticity and its essence. Anybody, I will not name anybody who says that you come to my fold because I am superior, that shows their frustration, inferiority complex, and certain hidden complexes with which they have born and grew up. So if I got a very short time because your people called me at say 9:30. And I have literally not gone very much, but very shortly which I have gone through, I have understood that this man is a psyche behind that. He has born in a Dalit family, having 11, 12 brothers and sisters. His father was a Hindu, his mother was a Christian, and he joined Indian civil services as a Hindu, and he has actually faced lots of suppressions by the earlier government like Karunanidhi and all sorts of that. So this is all his frustration which is trying to, overcome through these kinds of behavior which he is manifesting now.
Correction, he's not joined the IAS as a Hindu.
Nothing more.
Dr. Tiwari, I don't think anyone joins the IAS as a Hindu. You join the IAS as an Indian citizen. My question to John Abraham who says...
Let me intervene. Let me interrupt. When any person, they apply, whether it is UPSC or any government job, you are supposed to write your religion, which religion you belong, which nationality you belong. So I believe...
Yeah, but you're not selected on the basis of your religion. No, you're not selected on the basis of your religion. That's a limited point I'm making to you.
Not at all.
Yeah, so my question to John Abraham.
But the controversy which erupted is right from 2001, 3, 6 and 9, which is coming to the net now and to public domain. It seems that he has been fighting with the local corruptions of the Tamil Nadu government, and he could not succeed in that. And to overcome his frustration and failure, one night he went to the church and converts himself to the Christianity in order to find certain solace. But he hasn't found yet. Okay, so it is if he still says that only the heaven and whatever the solace, if you will find only in Christianity, there he is wrong. Otherwise, see, the universal system is,
Indira
unity of diversity.
Indira Tiwari, anybody can have their own views, and I don't want to get into a dispute on that. My only question is whether he's crossing the line. You see, Sanjay raises a point. Sanjay, John Dayal.
He is still.
No, what's Indira Tiwari?
In the Indian civil services, he is not allowed to do. He is not constitutionally. He is not allowed to do.
Okay, so now Sanjay.
He seems
Sanjay, just a minute. John Dayal. He is a serving IAS officer. Let's go to the fundamentals of the issue. He speaks of his fundamental right to propagate his faith as per Article 25 of the Indian Constitution, but he speaks constantly of the superiority of his faith over the others which he preaches. In doing so, he ignores the other articles of the Constitution.
That Constitution doesn't provide.
Yeah.
No, Constitution doesn't accord that right.
Please.
Constitution doesn't accord that right.
Let me make a point.
Superiority or inferiority, accordance is not granted by a Constitution.
Abraham Mathai wanted to come in. Abraham Mathai.
Can I say something?
I want to ask.
It is equal.
Abraham Mathai.
We are talking so much about Umashankar. Let me make a point, please. I want to say there are several IAS officers in various government offices that participate in pujas conducted during office hours in mantralayas. I am telling you, is that not propagating your religion? Several IAS officers partake in pujas, in mantralayas, in all government offices all over the country for various festivals during office hours. Is that not propagating one's religion during office hours? Why are we keeping quiet on that?
Is that abusing other religions? Is that abusing other religions?
They're not abusing. You
Here
cannot.
the problem is he is abusing. Uttarakhand victims are sinners. Lakhs of people who died are sinners.
Whatever Umashankar has done is after office hours. Here is while office hours at the state exchequer, at our money.
IAS bodies conducted by government servants. They don't denounce other religious faith followers.
But you cannot do it in Mantralaya. You cannot do it while office hours. That is against service rules. How do you justify that? You tell me first.
No.
How do you justify that?
No, you are diverting.
I was in a secular government. Our government of India
That is not the issue. The issue is Umashankar being a religious fanatic.
Whether who is superior or not. That is the crux of the debate. That he is trying.
The whole crux of the debate is fanaticism,
which is wrong.
not appreciation of religions. We all celebrate all religions. We all celebrate all religions. The issue here is of religious fanaticism, abusing other religions, promoting one's own. Abusing other religions is the most important aspect we have to discuss.
But I am saying when you are talking of service rules, why don't service rules apply to IAS officers partaking in pujas on a working day during office hours? Why have you all mum on that? Or is it that one religion gets priority over the other?
No.
Arnab, can I say something?
Yes, John Dayal. John Dayal, please.
Pluralism,
yes, Mr. Dayal.
celebration of all faiths and abusing of religion are different.
Yeah. If you, young man, just hold on, young man. Hold on. Listen,
we are all cool.
This man's faith is not on test.
Preaching in a manner to make some other.
Please hold on. Listen to me. Madam, listen to me. Madam, listen to me. Madam, please listen. Madam, listen.
See, I'm not
this
in this
man's
studio.
faith,
I'm not in this studio.
this man is not.
Who is talking to me?
That's John Dayal, please, Indira. That's John Dayal, Indira Tiwari. That's John Dayal of the Christian Council, and that's Indira Tiwari of the Hindu Mahasabha. Yes, please. I've just introduced both of you. Go ahead.
Right.
Thank you.
Okay.
This man's faith is not on test, is not being questioned. His role as an officer is the one that is under debate. So please take Christianity out of it. Do not bring Jesus to the test. Do not bring God to the test. Has this man been preaching while sitting in his chambers, in his court, in his office?
And I support you.
If he has been preaching while sitting in his chambers, sack him on the spot. If he is talking of his God, his Savior, his salvation,
Rahul Ishwar,
in his own private time.
Okay, Rahul Ishwar wants to come back. I'm making a point. John Dayal, you make a point there. Now, question is, everyone's talking about Article 25. No, 1 second, please. Please, 1 second, Rahul, you come into the debate. What is Article 25? Indira Tiwari, 1 minute. Article 25 gives you the freedom to propagate your faith. But what John Dayal and Abraham Mathai forget, that it is not absolute. It is subject to certain restrictions, including the need to maintain law and order. Sanjay Pinto, I see your hand go up, but keep in mind, Kanyakumari has been a very communally sensitive place, right? And if in Kanyakumari there are 2 cases filed,
his meetings.
You see, this fundamental right that he has exercised has to be exercised peacefully, right? And if there are cases that he's having a meeting,
and has he been violent?
Violence.
And has he been violent?
Arnabji, I am personally proud to belong.
1 second, Rahul
I am personally coming from a land of Kerala. I am personally coming from a land of Kerala where I am proud to first go to a church, mosque and then to a temple. And AD 52, long before Europeans had church, we had church in Kerala. We are proud of that. But here what is the issue? He is going to communally sensitive area, creating hate speeches, and he is not promoting Jesus. He is abusing other religions. If he is extolling the virtues of Jesus, compassion, love, and kingdom
my dear
of
young
God,
man,
like
my dear young friend, my dear young friend,
are closing their
my dear young
eyes to
friend,
cruel realities. And one more line, and one more line, and just one more line. Let me say with all responsibility that this is a part of Breaking India by Rajiv Malhotra, who clearly says there are funded foreign agents who have covert agendas. They want to make Hindus and Christians fight, and they want to establish their own ulterior agendas. Just like Wahhabis are using Islamic religion, Pentecostals are using Christian religions and Holy Jesus' name to further their political agenda. This is against every religion in India. This is not about Christianity. This is a very well-planned, covert action funded by the foreign agencies, and there has been enormous evidence for that. Even government has taken actions against many NGOs who does this. Christians are our brothers, but conversionists are a threat to our nations against our secular fabric.
Arna, what happens to the IAS officers that do puja during office hours? Is that not violation of the service rules?
Forcible conversion is an oxymoron. No church stands for it. Forcible conversion is an oxymoron. No church will ever stand for that. No right-thinking Christian
You didn't answer my question.
Sort of forcible conversion. But there is something called freedom of conscience. Freedom of conscience. Let me repeat. Forcible conversion is an oxymoron.
To preach their
freedom of conscience is guaranteed to every Indian citizen. Freedom of conscience.
Sanjay,
forcible conversion is an idea validated by High Court, Supreme Court. Kerala High Court itself said forcible conversion should be stopped. There are forcible conversions. Let us not close our eyes. Maybe
I am saying forcible conversions must be stopped. Forcible conversions are not valid. What are you saying?
No right-thinking individual, Christian or any other faith, will stand for something like that. I do not stand for that. I'm sure many of the other panelists, all the panelists in fact, wouldn't stand for that.
So Sanjay,
nobody stands for that. Who stands for that?
Adverting some community under force, under lure.
He has not been accused of conversion. He's been accused of preaching in a sensitive area in deference to that directive. He has cancelled his meetings and he is now taking legal recourse and going to court. We perhaps need to revisit the service laws. Arnab, earlier,
why would you say revisit the service laws? No, why would you say revisit the service laws? I don't understand that. Which part of the service laws would you want changed?
Bangalore police.
Which part of the service laws would you want changed?
That is his right.
In the age of the social media, there are so many officers on Twitter. Do they get permission before doing that? The argument is that Article 19(1)(a) on freedom of speech and expression is also kind of restricted because officers cannot write articles.
Okay, so Sanjay Pinto, when a person says I'm protected by Article 25 of the Indian Constitution and goes on while being an IAS officer to give a sermon in which he says that all the people who died in the Uttarakhand floods, this is the wrath of gods on sinners. Exactly. Apparently he was quoted as saying wrath of gods on Hindu sinners. Now he says sinners. No, 1 second. Should action not be taken against him for that?
I do not subscribe to that.
No, should action be taken against him?
I do not subscribe to that. I have not seen that. No.
Why?
Should action be taken?
If the police,
No, that's
it all depends on
John Dayal, you can't say, John Dayal, you can't say go to a court of law.
I'll answer the legal
There are certain service rules.
I will give you a legal perspective on now.
There are certain service rules, and by the way, John Dayal,
153 and 295A.
Let him face the full force
Mr.
of the law.
Sanjay Pinto, please, Sanjay, a minute, please. Can an IAS officer indulge in quackery?
No, that is a question of faith. You can't call it quackery. Every doctor
half of them are homeopaths.
Says, I will do my best. Let God do the rest.
I'm not talking about homeopaths.
That is I believe
I'm not talking about homeopaths.
I don't expect you to believe in miracles or anyone else to believe in.
Okay, so what you're saying?
I'm talking about.
Okay, and you are also saying, I presume.
I have witnessed miracles in my life. I do not expect others to necessarily believe in that. I respect others' views.
Right. So what you're saying is change the rules. Allow people to carry out religious evangelism part-time.
Allow hate preachers.
Do you agree with that view?
No, I'm not saying that.
And Arnabji, I would request something very important to you.
Sanjay Pinto,
Please, this is not about religion. This is not about Christianity. This is not about Jesus. He's a hate preacher like Sakir Naik. And let me put on record, January 30th, we are going to Tamil Nadu. We have consulted with the lawyers. We are going to take legal action against him because he's even calling innocent people who are dead as sinners. He's creating communal animosity. And trust me, as an Indian, if a Hindu does it, I will do against that Hindu too. Because this is not about Hindu or Christian. This is about people living together with each other.
Now, if he wants to change the service rules, Sanjay, he should first change the law and then challenge the law.
Provocatio yourself.
No, not give me a...
You are a rabble rouser.
Specific provision under the service rules to bar religious professing of one's faith, to bar...
Sir, the debate is very simple. I have 2 minutes left. And my question is very, very, very simple actually. Very simple. Abraham Mathai, take everything out of it. This is the Indian civil services, the Indian civil services. It's not the Hindu or the Muslim or the Sikh or the Christian civil. It's the Indian civil services. Are members of the Indian civil services meant to be completely neutral in matters of religion and matters of politics? Otherwise, tomorrow you will start saying, no, tomorrow you will say, no, 1 second, please. Indira, understand the point I'm making, please.
Let me answer this question.
No, let me complete the question. Let me complete the question, please. Let me complete the question. The question is, otherwise some people will say that I am, please allow me, please. People say political views are also personal views. Just allow me, Sanjay. People will say tomorrow, suppose tomorrow an IAS officer says that I am the district commissioner of this district in the day and I am the secretary of the local BJP unit in the evening. And don't you dare ask me what I do after 6 o'clock. Or I am going to tomorrow be after 6 o'clock in the evening, I will be the local secretary of the Tamil Nadu Congress and in the daytime I am an officer, IAS officer. Don't you dare ask me whether I am objective about it or not. You don't allow that. In matters of religion and politics, you have to not just be neutral, but have the perception of being neutral. No, that question goes to Abraham Mathai.
No.
Abraham Mathai, John Dayal can answer that.
Yes.
Okay, Abraham Mathai, one at a time. Abraham Mathai.
It is not unlawful. It is not unlawful for Umashankar after his office hours to go and preach and propagate his faith. But it is unlawful for IAS officers who do puja in mantralayas during office hours. Is that not a violation of the
this is the communal mindset you are having. Purposefully covering one person and abusing other religion. Have you heard any of us telling anything bad about any Christian practice? We are only saying Umashankar's action need to be checked. You are continuously harping on mantra because you have a communal mindset. This is the difference between you and me. I respect Christ. I started by telling that. You are still doing about puja and mantra because this is the communal mindset you are having.
Is this acceptable? And my question goes out to everyone tonight. Are there some lines, you see, between your professional and your personal that you need to draw? And is it only a question of the law or also a question of perception? That question goes to everyone tonight. I thank you all for participating and tweeting on the IAS Evangelist debate on the Newshour tonight. Thank you.